Hello and welcome to the second matchup for us for the group stages for the International 3. The first matchup, however, for virtus.pro and Team Liquid, who are in Group B for these group stages, and they will face each other as their first match of the day. virtus.pro on the Dire side for the first game of 2, and Liquid on the Radiant side for the first game of 2. And it is indeed 2 games per matchup. Everybody face each other from both sides once, both having first pick once. And of course for the entire day here as well. Beatiz, welcome back.
Greetings. Team Liquid banning out that Chen right away. That's something VP's been running a decent amount online. So good to see Team Liquid's done their homework. That TC's blue book definitely helped them out.
Is it actually blue?
It is actually a blue notebook, or blue binder, that they call.
How very
TC's
political correct.
Blue drafting Bible of TC.
Well, we're back in Western Dota. Of course, our previous match was Eastern Dota, but IO, again, first ban material for virtus.pro. Don't want to face that one from Liquid. Nature's Prophet banned out now as well, and the Bat Rider, the last one for virtus.pro. We still have an OD in the pool. If teams want to go for that, Visage, also one of those heroes that we have seen bring high priority sometimes, but we are in a different scene right now. So what are you expecting to see?
Yeah, we've got the standard band coming up from the second big team VP, and Wispin, Barrett, and there's Naga. I said this hero was gonna blow up. This hero is gonna be picked so many times. Liquid has played with this a lot online in tournaments, and the ADL and the defense, and everything that they've been participating in online. And they've had a lot of success running a support Naga or a carry Naga. They do it both ways. Fluff plays a really good Naga, and it's a hero that really suits his playstyle because he's a support that likes to farm up a lot of items, and Naga just does that and is really effective with items. Plus he's really smart with her in lane, and is able to set up a lot of kills for his team. For VP, they also love to run Naga, so they know how to play against it. I wouldn't be too surprised to see VP try to work a hero like Silencer into their lineup. So once the Naga ult is cast, they've got a Silencer that's not even in range of the sleep, ready to drop his ult to counter.
Yeah, Arsart plays a mean support Silencer, depending of course what the other support is, because NS sometimes plays it as well, depending on the other secondary support, but
these guys definitely bounce back and forth with heroes a lot.
Yeah.
Ooh, Nake's picked up. That's super surprising. Because VP use Naga as a hero that they pick up personally, like their team picks to counter a Lifestealer, and they just pick Lifestealer into it. Naga, of course, can use images to get rid of Lifestealer's open wounds, and the ensnare from Naga goes straight through Nake's rage. Plus, he just gets kited by that. Like during the sleep, you can just kill him if he has rage up, give him an ensnare and ignore him. You have so many options with Naga against Lifestealer. And Darkseer is another hero where you get caught by that ensnare and you can't really surge away. You're just kind of sitting there waiting to die.
Yeah, virtus.pro. Interesting picks, as you said. I mean, kind of picking into the Naga Siren is maybe a little bit questionable. But, I mean, you already said they know how to play up against the Naga Siren as well, since they run that Naga Siren so often themselves. So perhaps they have a plan in mind. Liquid picking up the anti-mage, that will be their carry, so they kind of reveal their sources, as we're going to probably see quite a few supports banned out. We already have the Enchantress removed. Keeper of the Light there as well. We still have Nyx Assassin in the pool, Shadow Demon. All those setup supports for disables are still there. I'm kind of curious to see if virtus.pro wants to run an aggressive tri-lane. It's something that they not do that often. Normally they have just KSI or Xi sitting on the Darkseer on the offlane, but I would kind of like to see it actually, especially because I like Lifestealer more in a combination where he is a double core lineup.
It's gonna be hard to aggressive tri-lane against this non-anti-mage tri-lane.
True.
You can almost guarantee that it's gonna be Fluff playing a support Naga, so they're gonna pair it with IX Mike. IX Mike is probably gonna look for something like Shadow Demon. It could actually be banned out here from Team Liquid as well, considering that VP's got first pick. And like I said last game, Shadow Demon is one of the best supports you can get against an anti-mage. He's super useful against anti-mage. For Disrupt, for Soul Catcher, and also Purge is useful. And that, Team Liquid actually wins up Puck. Team Liquid heavy lineup their first 2 picks, and they're afraid of aggression coming from VP, which shows greatly in their bans. Furion is here. You can be aggressive within the landing phase, also split push. The Chen and Enchantress are 2 heroes that you can be very aggressive within the landing phase that are kind of wild card heroes. You don't really know when to expect it from them. And a Puck is just a hero that can always shut down split push, and if he gets a quick blink, can snowball really hard.
Now, virtus.pro, they're taking their time to think about this last ban. I mean, they have the next pickup as well. We still have a Queen of Pain in the pool that we might see. I mean, Crazy as a solo mid, he likes those aggressive solo mids.
Yep.
So Puck would be one of those. That's actually one of his signature heroes. Queen of Pain in one of those as well. And I mean, all of those that are still left have got minimum amount of control. So you have got a lot of aggressive solo mids. The most control heavy, the Puck already removed from the pool. Now the Visage banned out as well for virtus.pro, and they are still thinking about their next pickup. I mean, they have not got any support just yet. So they need to be careful about not giving too much away to Liquid.
The beauty about the Puck ban as well is that it's a carrier for Lifestealers Infest. Now they might try to consider Storm Spirit or Queen of Pain when those 2 heroes are inferior in the situation of Puck, because the Puck is banned. So it's a solid ban from Team Liquid. They actually go with an OD for their solo mid. Wow. Alright. That instantly forces the response of a Nyx, and Liquid might even throw Naga mid now because it's an OD there. Or something we've done in the past is going with heroes like Viper or Razor. Now Razor is one of TC's absolute favorites, but just don't see it fitting that well with their lineup right now. They definitely want someone that's going to be good against OD in lane. They don't have one right now.
Okay, for people inside the game client, let me know if the sound is now better. I have fixed it, I think. I fixed a ton.
5 seconds.
Are you still able to hear me?
Yeah.
Cool. That's good then. I'm thinking that everybody can still hear me, but let me know if people are indeed. No? Sounds better? No better?
Ooh.
Yes? No? Okay, that's not better. Apparently. I'm gonna turn off and on my microphone for just a quick second to just see if that fixes the issue. Kinda awkward, as there was nothing changed. But, who knows? Is this better? For people in the game client. Anyways, let's see first. I mean, we have got the Skywrath Mage indeed with the extra silence for virtus.pro. I did turn off my fan, by the way. Yes. Okay, it's better. It's fixed. Awesome. But it is apparently you have to also turn on and off your microphone.
Yes, I did.
Awesome.
Should be good now.
That is great. So we have got Team Liquid thinking about the... yeah, I know, right? I mean, just remove on and off and it fixes it. But, oh well. Liquid thinking about their last pick before we get ourselves to the last banning phase. They picked up the Nyx Assassin, so that's indeed duo support right there. And never mind.
Skywrath Mage getting picked up by a VP. That's another hero that gets absolutely crushed by Nyx Assassin when Nyx gets levels. I just decimated beyond belief. He doesn't pair well with a Darkseer. He doesn't pair well with an OD. The one thing that he has is silence before Anti-Mage has Manta. And it's interesting to see that hero picked up. I do not think this is a good game for Skywrath, but I like seeing the hero because he when he's got a solo mid role, he's super insanely dominant. I just don't see him getting that role this game. I see him being a support, and that kind of scares me, to be honest. I don't think Skywrath is as strong as a support. Meanwhile, Liquid has Naga, Nyx, and Rubik, so one of those 3 heroes is not supporting, at least. And if I had to take a guess right now, knowing Liquid, I would say it's going to be the Nyx that's going to be soloing.
I actually think Naga Siren. Wasn't Liquid one of the first teams to do that? Solo mid Naga Siren?
Team Liquid's turn.
It started happening a lot in the ADL, and then everyone was just like, oh hey, yeah, this is the thing that works again. So everyone just started doing it.
Okay, apparently your microphone is echoing me again like we had in the first game.
No, it's... I changed it, so it should be fine now.
Okay. People in Dota TV, let us know if it's indeed fixed. Axe banned out. virtus.pro actually is the one that run the Axe. Well, even quite recently, actually. But I love this.
Oh,
Team Liquid's turn to pick.
And that's interesting,
All
but still
right.
nice. This is aggressive trial and Naga Siren, perhaps?
yeah. It definitely. This is something that they stole from Fnatic. They straight ripped off from Fnatic. You have Rubik Lift into the creep wave, Naga minus armor and snare, plus a dazzle heal. That's a dead hero. This is a strat that Fnatic's run a lot online, and this is straight ripped off from them. Solo anti-mage safe lane, solo Nyx mid, and that aggressive Naga tri lane. Liquid is very This is something that I forgot to mention completely, but Liquid's very confident in TC's ability on anti-mage to solo anyone's Darks here. They like to put him in that matchup. The one thing that I didn't mention with Skywrath is how strong he is going to be during the laning phase against anti-mage without silence. And that is probably what they were thinking about when they picked up the Skywrath, just how strong he is going to be in the lane.
Okay, you still have background noise, by the way.
Damn it.
Yes. Let's see who is playing what, as we have an instant pause again. Liquid still having the issues with their sound problem, which they now reveal to be Mumble. Mumble having issues. There we go, they called it, so I can call it too. So virtus.pro will be on the dire side for this matchup. Next matchup will be swapped around. I actually have to say, like, both of these supports, Skywrath Mage and Vengeful Spirit, are normally played by Arsart. One of the most impressive Vengeful Spirit supports I've seen recently was by Arsart. Unfortunately, he'll play a Skywrath Mage and NS will be the Vengeful Spirit this game. Not that NS is the best Vengeful Spirit, but I was really looking forward to that. But we have got Arsart playing the Skywrath Mage as a support, NS as a support Vengeful Spirit. KSI will play the Darkseer. And we have Lifesteal, of course, played by Illidan, Airman, Stormrage, and Crazy or Tamar Wild playing the OD. We'll go on to the solo mid lane, so pretty standard for virtus.pro. Will be a safe trial lane, most likely with KSI just on the off lane / jungle if need be, and just Crazy in the mid lane on the OD.
And over on Liquid side, we've got Korok handling the solo mid Nyx. DC is going to be going most likely safe lane on this anti-mage. Fluff and Stuff playing the Dazzle, IX Mike playing his Rubik, and Liquid Bubble is the only one who hasn't selected their hero, and he's going to be playing the Naga Siren.
Okay, do you have, by the way, speakers on, or is your sound coming through headset?
Headset.
Okay.
So I don't understand what is going on.
Me neither. It's weird. It's weird.
Yeah.
I'm blaming Dota TV for it. Surprising. Also, for people watching inside the game client, sometimes, like after we fixed it, it can also help for you to fix it by switching to one broadcaster and then switching back, just so it reinitiates your connection or something, however it works like that. But sometimes that is the way to work it out. So let us know if that works. Maybe your webcam microphone was on, as the chat says, and trying to see if there's a way to fix it. But for now, we're still having a pause anyway. With Liquid still not entirely done with their issues, so we're still having to wait until they are fixing their problem and are able to connect to their voice communication program. I like Dazzle. I like that with the Naga Siren. I like the whole combination. I hope it works out for them, though. It's gonna be the question. I mean, that safe trialing for virtus.pro is pretty safe. As in, there's silences, there's slows, there is a Dice Disable, and there's of course counter initiation potential plenty for virtus.pro, should they find an opening. Should they stay alive after the initial initiation, of course.
Okay, I think I just fixed it now. I'm hoping.
Okay, someone just said it's fine, it's just your microphone, apparently.
Yeah, both mics are on, so that might have had something to do with it.
Okay.
Sorry, I'm a webcam amateur.
It happens. It happens. So we have got a ready. It looks like a Liquid is a ready, and then we have to play with the issue. That's actually pretty problematic, perhaps. Can't connect to Mumble?
Yep, we'll have to see.
Can't
They
connect.
might use a different voice or VoIP or something.
Yeah.
They might just drop into Skype or they might just talk a little bit louder because they're all sitting next to each other anyway.
Yeah. Of course, for people wondering, this is still game 1. We are an hour behind schedule at the moment. Liquid versus virtus.pro. We are in the group stages for the International 3. It is Group B that we're seeing right now. And Liquid's first game, as well as virtus.pro's first game, is about to start. So, or at least has started actually already. Of course, we can count in the draft for sure.
Yep.
TC got pulled. He got a tango and a salve. And is moving towards the bottom lane by himself, so that aggressive tri-lane can be...
And look
safe.
at VP. Look at the way that they're running this game.
Every 5 mid, waiting behind the bushes. Oh, they might actually be able to get something here. IX Mike is on his way to ward. They don't really... They should have... If they led with someone else, they might have been able to get something here. But IX Mike just saw everybody walking past, so he is gonna know that something's wrong going on.
You saw everyone and you got poked once.
Yeah, and now they
That
cannot
was,
hear you in Dota
that was-
TV right now, by the way. So apparently you had the wrong microphone selected in Dota TV.
What the heck? Okay.
And if that is the case...
That... What? Where's the... Damn it?
The battle
Well,
begins.
let me know when you fixed it. In the meantime, virtus.pro is trying to see if they can get the first rune, but Liquid has it covered. Fluff and Stuff will take that one. Has got sentry wards in his inventory. We still have the observer wards. Everything taken top. TC is going to be fighting blind here, but since he's up against just the Darkseer by himself, he should be able to stay alive. And actually get some nice farm out there as well. Crazy up against the Nyx Assassin. We discussed a matchup earlier on today. It should in theory not be a matchup that Korik would win. It's not particularly a very horrendous matchup, or at least he should not particularly die, but he can't really win it yet. Until he's higher level.
Yeah. Korik's not going to be able to get the best farm in this lane.
Okay, and apparently it is fixed. But also we have a Dota 2 network down, so that's not helping out at all. So first blood, most likely on the top lane. By the way, counterward for counterward being done here. It all comes down to how many observers are countered, because you only have 2 of those at the start. Well, you can buy more sentries if you wish. We have actually a 1-for-1 score on that one. Both still have 1 observer ward left. One has it actually on the map at the rune spawn. And the other one is, of course, IX Mike that still has it in his inventory. But first blood, I'm expecting it to happen here in this top lane. Whoever gets caught out of position first is going to be the victim. I am betting on, I think, NS.
I think there's a lot of killing potential in this Liquid tri-lane. If one support comes up to poke bubble once, they get a little bit out of position, they're just dead. If you're on top of a full creep wave and a noggin, you get heal bombed. That is so much damage, especially with the extra minus armor coming out.
Yeah, and he already picked up the heal, so he's ready for it. The moment that someone is there, at least as long as IX Mike is actually there to lift someone. But the moment he's there, we might have something going on. Where is he actually going? IX Mikey is going to check the rune. Let's get that one. Regen rune. Rejoice, saving it up for Korik, who desperately needs it as well. He has got a bottle being brought towards him at the courier, I believe. By the way, that's Elgato courier. And a Smeeville courier.
Gato best courier. Bottle also picked up by Crazy, so he's against Mana Burn from Nyx, so he just knows, hey, I need to get a bottle for this matchup. And he did. He definitely did it. Liquid's pulling on top lane. He's gonna try to bait VP supports to getting into a bad position, but VP cancels the pull. He's just dragging the creep wave back. They're actually gonna use this to get some free denies on their own creeps, in a place where Liquid can definitely not get any experience. And Liquid's doing the same.
Yeah, playing it very safe. I mean, this tri-lane could make or break your game. Both have a decent amount of late game, though perhaps slightly in favor of Liquid. But virtus.pro, therefore, I mean, it's going to be all the more disastrous if they lose this tri-lane here. TC still free farming, up against the free farming. Darkseer is going to be in favor of the anti-mage in terms of, you know, who can do more with the farm, of course. In theory, KSI should not be missing any creeps, because he can tower skip.
Yeah, but KSI is doing a good job of sitting in lane and contesting TC.
Yeah.
Keeping some pressure on him.
Yeah, he's not having full free farm. He is highest on last hits for his team, though.
And I wouldn't say that anti-mage is going to always do more with the farm, because you never know. There could be, you know, a quick hex coming out, and anti-mage could get shut down in every single team fight, and then does absolutely nothing with this farm, but split push.
Very true. Cork in the meantime sitting on 10-2, crazy, 19-7. So ODU indeed winning this mid lane thus far. The levels are still looking good on Cork though. I mean, despite the denies being done to him, he's still a little bit behind, of course, up on crazy, but still getting the levels means he's still doing okay-ish. In the meantime, Anti-Mage is forced to blink himself away. Those Iron Shells are kind of starting to hurt. Level 3 Iron Shell. TC does have his Ring of Health though. That will help, but it's not a guarantee that he lives. Not yet.
And Cork is going to be going for an invis, but it gets stolen by Arzard on the Skywrath or Mage. And Arzard has a really interesting skill build. He's got 2 points in a concussive shot and 1 to Ancient Seal, but none to Arcane Bolt. Find that very peculiar.
I believe it's his normal skill build for when he plays it as a support. I mean, he's not going to get that much intellect anyway, so...
Yeah, but it's a 5-second cooldown nuke.
Yep, true.
That does a base around like 90 damage, which is super helpful in tri-lane versus tri-lane, versus 50 damage in 2 seconds off your cooldown for a concussive shot, which is pretty much nothing.
He prefers to have the... Whoa, Boba might be in a lot of trouble here. Open Wound's there as well. He does have the net open, throws it out, up on Illidan, so he can't chase anymore. There is the Shallow Grave as well, and that should keep him safe. A lot of harassment coming out from virtus.pro though. They just try to blow him up, but...
They went on a hero that has a base of 7 armor. Yep. He's also got a poor man's shield and a magic stick, so he was safe.
And he's got a hero next to him that has and a level 2 Shallow Grave and a heal available, so... pretty safe for Boba to...
those 2 things are pretty nice too. Quark's getting ganked up in this middle lane, and he is dead.
Well, that's Arzard
on Skywrath, getting that first blood.
Yeah, with the build that you were criticizing. It worked out for him with the slow, as well as with the silence. In the meantime, we have KSI being harassed away. He might actually go down as well. There is a Mana Void available up on TC. One more hit needed is all he takes, but he is still quite low himself, so he can't really afford to continue going here. And that is not going to be a kill for TC.
With both supports just roaming out of this tri-lane, Arzard isn't even going back to the tri-lane yet. He's still roaming around on the rune. Now he is. With Ixmight gone, this top lane from Liquid has to be very, very careful.
Yeah, no more initiation from the Rubik, nor, and of course the save from the Rubik to just pick someone up and drop him down towards his teammates. Rubik is stacking and pooling, so he just wants to have those levels. Mike wants to get that level 6 as fast as possible. I mean, that's something that virtus.pro has been able to do, of course, stacking and pooling. So should be getting ahead on the levels there. And that is indeed the case. Illidan actually level 5, Boba level 4. Level stuff level 3, and the rest of the support level 4.
A couple things I want to say about Liquid's tri-lane strat is, one, just, yet again, this is something that was done a lot by Fnatic. And it's one of these strats that is going to be super effective the first time you see it. Then after you've seen it, you know how to react and play against it. VP definitely knows how to play against it, and they haven't been getting over aggressive. They're not feeding into Liquid's combination. But the nice thing about having Dazzle plus Naga on the same team is when Dazzle has Weave, that actually stacks up during the sleep, so you can get both your team and the enemy team fairly easy with a lot of stacks. And that is not something you can underrate at all, especially when you have an anti-mage that's going to be chunking heroes for a lot of damage later on in the game.
Yeah, looks like Liquid has given up on the lane, on the top lane completely, rotating their Naga Siren towards the jungle / middle lane. Not able to go on crazy just yet, and we are going to see Boba going back towards that top lane, but he's not going to be able to do that much anymore. I mean, he's still level 4, he's up against a level 6 lifestealer. And
Bull's just going to sit up here to try and stop them from pushing, and he can get as much experience for himself as possible. You know, while it's 2 supports, you're just going to play like they're in a defensive tri-lane and try to shut KSI down.
Yeah,
but KSI's already level 7, it's going to be hard. And like you were saying, Invis on an S.
Yep. Let's see if he can get something. Yes, he can. That's going to be a stun. Still the Shallow Grave there. Are they going to be able to stick around long enough is a question. In comes Arsad as well, but the silence about Fluff and Stuff. Korok still goes down. Fluff and Stuff not able to TP out. In comes the Astral Imprisonment, and they will try to kill him off as well. And they do just that. Arsad with the last hit, and that is a 2-0 up on that Skywrath Mage, and 3-0 for the scores in favor of virtus.pro.
Radiant's top tower is under
Korok had no mana there, and like I said, there's nothing that Nyx can do up against an OD. He just gets outclassed in lane super, super hard. If we look at Crazy, he's got 48 for 15 CS. Korok's not doing too bad at 25 for 3, but he just can't keep up with OD at all. Later on in the game, Korok...
Oh, Illidan gets ensnared. Doesn't have a rage anymore. Will end up going down. That's a Vendetta used for that one. Korok able to get himself
hey, that's
the first
worth it.
kill. Yep, very worth it. Almost Boba died, but he managed to stay alive. Walks himself back to the base. Leaves Korok up top to continue farming. He's now level 8 actually, so doing a quite okay job at that department.
And if you look at Korok's skill build, he hasn't even chosen to go for rank 4 Impale. He's trying to rush out that rank 4 mana burn, because it does so much damage to OD once he has that. And he also is going to need Arcane Boots, but after that, he's going to be a huge menace for VP's lineup.
TC in the meantime having still some free farm. He's not doing best on the map in terms of net worth. That is actually reserved for the OD, but then again he's been involved in all 3 kills so far, so there's that. But TC is doing really well for himself. He actually picked himself Tranquils, going for that, but that's kind of needed if you're up against a Darkseer, so understandable. Does slow down his Battle Fury a little bit, but he's still in good time, I think.
He's going to be going Tranquils into Vlad's, so you know, having to get the Tranquils isn't bad at all for him.
First
I'm pretty sure,
of course, but
even if he didn't have to go Tranquils, TC likes to get a Vlad's up and just farm to his heart's content all game long.
Like a true carry should.
Yep. He's a sentry down for VP on mid lane on top of where Korok is going to be expected to be. One thing to note is OD is not going for mech this game. It's actually going to be KSI playing the Darkseer. They do have 2 mech heroes, so it's no surprise that one of them is getting it. That allows OD to go for 4 staff into quicker treads, quicker BKB, quicker sheepstick. It's really nice for OD to not have to get the mech for his team. He gets so much more damage output by not having to do that.
Yeah, and he has the Tranquils anyway to try and proc his aura.
Yeah, but he's gonna disassemble those when he gets his 4 staff, so.
Yeah. But I mean, he doesn't really need the buckler for that aura. So yeah, he's doing just fine. We have a lot of rotations from Liquid. They don't seem too sure about what they're actually doing. IX Mike has definitely been walking back and forth a couple of times without even being in any experience range. He's still level 4. We have Boba also rotating into the jungle and then back again towards the top lane as he tries to just stop the tower from getting pushed indeed and just tries to steal some experience while he's there. We do also have virtus.pro leaving their airman Illidan Stormrage alone here on the top lane, so he no longer has supports with him because those supports have smoked up indeed.
Yep.
With Xi and NS and Arsard going towards the bottom lane. Let's see if they can get a kill on the Anti-Mage. Will be quite tough. But they do have a couple of disables and the silence. Yeah. And the Mystic Flare actually as well. There's a silence. Mystic Flare dropped on top of that one. And that should be a kill. Shallow Grave still going to be there. The blink will be in time. No kill being done. TC lives on 18 HP. They go for someone else instead. But in comes the song. Boba TP'd himself in. Fluff and stuff. Setting up. Korok comes in for a 2-man impale. And we'll get that one as well. In comes the Darkseer wall. There goes an Astral Imprisonment. OD came in, looking for Boba, looking for Korok. Can they get a kill? Here is the question. It is Liquid that is now getting chased away from their own initiation scene. No kills on the board just yet. Korok was able to make himself invisible. In comes a nice poison. It is not level 3 just yet, so no real stun, but still enough slow. In comes the search for Crazy, looking for Boba. One more hit needed. He gets that one. Still gets impaled. Korok getting slowed, silenced, Astral Imprisoned. Might still go down actually. Let's see if they can get him slowed or silenced as well. KSI, not gonna chase that. 1 kill only is what virtus.pro get out of that one. But a lot of movement and of course the first kill on the Night Siren.
Nice triple stack.
Whoa, that's neutrals killing up Arsard. Thank you, Satires. Awesome.
Double Satyr Blast.
They really didn't like him. I mean, there were 3 other heroes around there, but no. They chose to go for the Skywrath mage.
I've seen Illidan in this position go for straight up just Midas, but he isn't this game. Instead, he's going for phase drum. Already has a rope with Magi. He's working towards Bracer next, then he's going to complete up the drum. He actually already has the drum. Excellent work for him. There's actually a super big farm disparity between the snakes and this Naga Siren being played by Bulba. Bulba's not even close to having his drum completed right now. He's also working towards one.
He's been wasting a lot of time. I mean, he's even a level behind up
Yeah.
on Tema Wild at the moment. We might have Airman going for something though. The drums being popped there. TC already blinking away. He wants to go for Korok. Swap is there. Silence as well. And that's going to be one dead. Nyx Assassin. OD with the last hit. And Korok swapped into death. Nice
Korok
pick
got
up for
hard.
virtus.pro.
Get a hard landing phase now. He's just having a hard game. Just continuing from nothing's going his way.
I mean, they were in the dire jungle with quite a lot of people. They don't have any vision up there, so it was kind of ballsy to begin with. virtus.pro just acting on that. They don't have any vision for themselves either, though.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Very true.
In terms of wards, we only have two sentry wards up. Top lane and bottom lane have got one, just in case Nyx Assassin shows his face. We'll be wary of that one. Arsart and Nest farming some on the top lane. I mean, we only have one tower down in the game so far, which is surprising since the gold graph is already in favor for about 6k in favor of virtus.pro.
And that's just because they had strong laning heroes. They won their tri lane, they won mid, and bottom lane was wash, more or less. Anti-Mage now is pulled ahead, but it's because he's had a lot of support down there. Or then bottom lane was pretty much just even.
He'll also have his Battle Fury soon though, but without treads. Won't be as fast as normally, so TC, he'll get there at some point. VP has at least done a good job at making sure that window of opportunity before Anti-Mage is really big and strong is opened up a little bit longer.
Yep, and Korok smoked down to bottom. He did place the lane ward for TC. He was also smoked with Ike's mic. Or no, Ike's mic plus he smoked with a different smoke. So look, we're just using two smokes back to back. Seems like a little communication problem right there.
And they don't get anything with either.
Actual stolen by Ike's mic, which is definitely a good spell to steal. They just smoked to steal Passional though, so or two smokes to steal Passional. You get a lane ward, that's interesting.
Yeah, and they try. You can tell that they are aiming to make things happen. They're aiming to gank someone, but they just can't find the opportunities. Of course, having wards is step one for that, and they did. Actually, they still have that one. Oh god, look, forgot about that one. But I mean, they don't really have the vision up to go anywhere at this point. Illidan and Crazy in the meantime on the top lane, pushing down on the tower a little bit. So a bit of split push coming off for virtus.pro, making sure that the moment that Liquid goes to defend their top tower, they will go on their mid tier 1 tower, so one of them will die. It looks like tier 1 top.
Liquid's pushing on bottom lane, but they're gonna get met by Nyx, and they're like, oh no, we have to back out now. Because we don't know where VP is, it could be rotating it. They don't want to take any risks. Yeah, Liquid is trying to pull us back into playing a safer game, more calculated game.
Yeah, we actually have got Fluff and Stuff level 6, so he has got his level 3 Poison Touch right now, so that's a disable right there. I think that they saw Fluff and Stuff moving into that jungle.
Yep. One thing that I will say is, oh, there's another smoke coming out. VP this time. The two supports smoked in Radiant jungle.
Let's see if they can find someone. Ward gets placed just in case someone comes to defend. Fluff and Stuff still sitting. He has a TP scroll, but so far he's happy sitting in the forest. Oh, that's gonna be TC that though. They find him, they silence him, stun him, Mystic Flare. There's no way out for that for TC.
Yeah, before Manta he can't live against that.
No.
And it looks like he wants to go for Vlad's before Manta. So.
Oh, swap Korok, next target. That's gonna be another kill for virtus.pro. They are having total control right now. Liquid does not seem to be aware of the movements from virtus.pro, aware of the they are not anticipating it properly. virtus.pro shows up.
Yeah. Liquid looks very flat this game. Not like themselves. Almost BKB up on Crazy. You know, virtus.pro looks a lot stronger than they have been looking online. And considering they're a team that's faltered on land, this is impressive from them.
Yeah. Well, having a solid game. Heroes that they're comfortable with, for sure.
Radiant's bottom tower
Yep.
is under attack.
And now taking down a tier 2 tower. I mean, all the tier 1s are already down, so why not? Another tower for
Bottom tower has
the Lifestealer, who now has 900 gold. Armlet ready. And 900 gold still in his inventory. So looking solid at that as well. I mean, Anti-Mage, of course, he's still Anti-Mage. He can still turn the game around if he gets enough farm, but at this point, TC has been shut down
Dire's
quite
top
heavily. I
tower
mean,
is under
the
attack.
kills
Yeah.
on itself is not even that big of a deal, but as you said already a game earlier that we saw, Sylar being on the Anti-Mage, the time that he is dead for is hurting him a ton when he has his Battle Fury up. He needs to have that farming time. They're gonna lose the Roshan, by the way, Liquid that is, but they are gonna get a tower in return for it. Tier 1 top will die.
Liquid right now is in this position where they can't fight without Anti-Mage, and Anti-Mage isn't strong enough to join the fights. So they need to do the best job of split pushing that they possibly can to try and stem this bad early game and buy themselves the time that they need to get back into the game. Because for them, they need to just avoid fights and get a lot of farm going their way. They need Manta on TC.
Dire's top
They
tower
need
is under attack.
something coming out from
Radiant's
Korak,
middle
and he's
tower
just
is under attack.
got no farm, no
Dire's
kills.
structures are
This bad
fortified.
early game, when you're playing a solo mid Nyx in a lane you can't win, and your early game fails, you're gonna have a really bad game.
Yeah, tower
Bulba
trade.
needs to work on something too. Yeah, this is 2 towers for 1 tower in Roche. So that's a even trade for Liquid. I think is what they're okay with.
On the other side, they now have their tier 3s bare, so one more lost team fight could put virtus.pro in a position to take Rax. Especially since they've now already almost taken down half the tier 3 tower without Liquid even being able to reply. I mean, what can they do? They can't do anything at this moment. Lifestealer still has that Aegis up. There comes the telekinesis. Maybe they can take down the Aegis. Swap there. Korok might be in some trouble there. And Ness is the one to be in trouble first, though. Nice song, Bulba keeping his team safe, or at least what's left of his team, because we already have Korok dead as well as Fluff and stuff. Astral Imprisonment still there, up on the Anti-Mage. Silence there as well, just to force him back. They are able to get the Rex there. I mean, that song prevented virtus.pro from getting more kills, but in the end,
Yep.
they still lost their Rex.
Has fallen.
And they still lost 2 heroes as well.
Yeah, and that combination with the vacuum into the Sanity's Eclipse, pretty strong.
Yeah, OD that doesn't go back definitely does a bunch of damage. He doesn't even have his ult in orb yet, he just has the Force Staff. But even still, he does a lot of damage.
Yeah, and better yet, I mean, this is an OD that is going for BKB, so BKB not the most intelligent favorite item pick. How do you say that? Yeah. So even without extra intellect items, apart from his Force Staff and his boots, he is still indeed doing a ton of damage. He's level 14, and apart from the Anti-Mage, everybody else of Liquid is level 8 and 9. It's a massive difference.
That's all that bad early game.
Oh,
right
silence up on Ice Mike, Mystic Flare, vacuum to the low ground. IX Mike will be dropped down. Illidan with the last hit. Again, he's got 4,200 gold, but apparently doesn't want to buy anything yet until his Aegis is gone.
I think he's gonna go straight into Desolator too. Oh, Orchid actually. Alright, that's the other item he goes. It's always one of the two. But this game, I guess he wants the Orchid for even more silence for Anti-Mage. Which I find a little bit awkward because they already have Skywrath. That is see the Desolator for more pure damage, cutting right through Anti-Mage's armor. So minus armor is also really good against Anti-Mage. Really, really good. That's why you see medallions against him a lot.
Yeah, Wave of Terror medallion there for NS to help with that. And Liquid, well, they're trying to split push. TC and Bulba sitting on the top lane. There's no Mad Cell or anything yet up on TC. They are able to do quite a bit of damage to this tier 3 though, and they actually force out the TPs. So quite a success
good.
there. Astral Imprisonment will stop Bulba from TPing out, and that should be
Oh.
resulting into a kill. There's really no way out for him, but
Rip in pieces, Bulba.
they
You didn't
do
make sure
have
that this tower's dead.
yeah. Denied or not, next time they go for this, they can get themselves some access to Rex.
Yep. That was really good push by Liquid. This is what they need to be doing to win the game, but they need to do it in the mid and bottom lane so you get some tower money. Doing it on top is nice because you force them back really quickly by getting straight onto the racks, but they need this tower gold super bad.
And they're missing so much of their core items. I mean, if you look at Korok, like on his items, you would not think that this was a solo mid-Nyx assassin.
Yeah. Other than knowing the player, you just really wouldn't.
You see boots, you see bottle, maybe the bottle gives it away. Could have been a donation from a friendly solo mid, but yeah, this is not looking good for Korok. It looks like he's still going for a blink dagger. Maybe allows him to be a little bit more aggressive, but it's gonna take him some time to save.
He needs a blink dagger though, because there's a gem up on Arzart. Anytime you're playing against a gem as Nyx, you want to lead with your blink instead of with your ult. Another tower killed by VP, and they're gonna push straight into the base.
Yeah, that was the last outer tower for Liquid. Only tier 3s left, only 2 of those actually. In the meantime, Anti-Mage is still able to push down a tier 1 bottom, but that's something that virtus.pro is going to be happy trading with if they get something in return for it. 1 minute before the Aegis gets reclaimed, so after that virtus.pro is probably going to be a little less aggressive. But until that happens, they go high ground. Maybe a song to initiate if Baba wants to try. In comes the Rage for Mike, looking for telekinesis. Tower still goes down, he infests inside the creep. Swap there, they go for Mike. He gets a Shallow Grave, still alive for now as the Aegis already gets taken down. So that is Lifestealer giving his life for that nice 3-man impale. virtus.pro though,
but there's
not forced
there's nothing
out.
else for Liquid.
That's all they could do. They still have the song. Nobody actually died in that one, but apart from the Aegis. The song will slow virtus.pro down.
Korok's gonna get a nice stun off that. Nope,
Yeah,
you gotta work
that's
right
gonna be
away.
Robot Dad. That's gonna be TC being brought down as well. BKB turned on by Crazy, looking for Mike. One more hit, there we go. Skywrath Mage with the kill. Arzart dominating right now. Fluff and Stuff next one, vacuumed into more danger than he was already in. Buyback from TC actually. But at this point, they only have 2 heroes left alive. And what's gonna stop virtus.pro from rotating towards that bottom lane and take down tier 3s right there?
After watching how Arzart's been playing Skywrath this game, he went into Concussive Shell plus Ancient Seal because he feels that Arcane Bolt is 2 mana inefficient. It does have a high mana cost, and he was focusing as a support Skywrath on just having mana for Mystic players to not have to go back to base constantly and need 2 huge of regen to be able to get him off.
Wow.
And GG's finally called by Liquid.
Yeah, because I only just realized the kill score. Those first 2 kills for Liquid were the only ones
kills
that they ever had in this game.
Yeah, and Darkseer just got money for a Hex. OD's got money for a Hex. Arzart's got money for a Hex. No, I'm just kidding, he doesn't. That would be a little crazy. Hehe, you get it? But VP played out of their minds this game. They were really strong, and Liquid just off. Really, really off. Yeah, there's nothing else to say really. They were just not themselves this game, and that's not what you expect when you're at the international. You want to be playing strong.
I mean, this is the first game that they play. They do not show themselves from the best side. We're gonna see if they can at least make a stand for themselves in the second game, because of course every team faces each other twice. virtus.pro now won the first game, and we're gonna see if Liquid can take back the second, or if it will be a 2-0 for virtus.pro. So stick around, because the next game should be started up straight after this one. So you don't want to miss this, I hope.
Whoop.
Let's see.
I don't want to miss this.
I don't want to miss it. Oh, we can't miss it. It's not possible. It's not allowed.
I mean, we could. I don't think it would end well though.
Nope.
For anyone.
Let's jump ourselves out, and we'll be right back.